And there is the Nanjing Airport Terminal, where we will board our coach and head into town.
As the same Nanjing, you'll get more information from this city. Made as the Asian capital by 8 ancient dynasties. Served as the capital 2 years ago, Nanjing became for the founded in China. Ming means brightness, brightness, that's the Ming dynasty. And in 1851, the largest peasant movement happened in China. That's the Taiping Heavenly Kingdom. The army took over Nanjing and made Nanjing double 30 years. And he began to build the forbidden city in Nanjing. The city in Nanjing was totally destroyed in Qing dynasty. You see the small park, and this park is occupied by elderly in the morning, but after nightfall, and they are taken over by sweethearts.
This is our hotel in Nanjing. Very smart. The tallest building in town. Nanjing is the city of 5 million people, capital of southern China. Quite an elaborate foyer. Typical American-style luxury hotel, built for the booming tourists expected in China. But they're a little sparse right now. This is our attractive 11th floor room at the Jinling Hotel. The outlook gave way to a more attractive scene, Chinese style. The upmarket taxi, the city itself.
Day and a half, and there's a lot to do and see, and I'm sure we can do it all. The program to me looks pretty cool.
And the last year, and we put the stuff by the stone carving.
We are now travelling across town to see the tomb of the first Ming Emperor, Zhu Yuanshang. Dating from 1390 AD, it was destroyed during the Taiping Uprising in 1852. But still remaining is a magnificent avenue lined with huge stone statues of lions, camels, elephants and horses, nestling below the famed purple mountains which ring Nanjing.
And after visiting this museum, you'll get the general idea of Chinese history, and your eyesight is broadened. The water season, and the water could be flowing to the Yangtze. Both the city wall and the city moats did a lot in the defension of the city. Tomorrow, we are going to visit the city wall, here, and tell you the truth. And the transportation was the big problem, in transporting such a big stone material here.
She had just described the problems of getting the huge stone blocks here from which these animals were carved, bearing in mind that this was in the 14th century.
This fence was not here in May of last year. It has appeared since May of last year.
I'm sure.
Some are, some are.
No, not some. All.
Like what kind of China line?
What?
I think what he has a momentum about
Yes, living.
Recovering from the rest of the day.
The first
He said 600 years, but it couldn't be 600 years.
1944 to 1911.
Right, we had, and now the tin was the first one. That was tin.
And inevitably, there had to be a real camel too. Not very impressed with it all, I don't think.
No?
The camel didn't seem to like Terry's idea very much either. They're going forever. Legal animal, Bishi, head of the dragon and the tail of a lion.
Body of fish, yeah.
Body of the fish.
Antler.
Horse.
He's standing up. He has the ability to tell right from wrong and guide the emperor.
That's say criminal.
Back to the coach.
Soon we have our lunch in this hotel. After lunch, we continue sightseeing in eastern suburbs.
Lunch at the Dongjiao guest house number 5.
By the reaction. Just look at this. Being galloped and goodness knows what on the cement outside. And over there, chickens or ducks or something. Still alive, but obviously leg tied, ready to be worked over.
These huge carp being gutted here didn't really put us off our meal. They're quite delightful when they're baked. A bit bony. They couldn't be much fresher. Even the locals seem to find this interesting.
Tortoises.
When the tortoise puts its neck out, it gets its head chopped off.
But he won't put his head out for it.
This one was too smart.
It was a very pleasant meal.
Back for coach.
A mountain. This purple mountain is carved with the purple shell. When the sun passes the radiant sunlight, it reflects the purple light. You are loyal to Buddhism. You go to the temple to worship Buddhas by burning incense.
The Sun Yat-sen Memorial lies at the southern foot of the Zhangmao Peak in the eastern Purple Mountains on the outskirts of Nanjing. A delightful lady, our guide has a rather soft voice which is impossible to capture on video unless she is using the amplifier on the coach. The man regarded as the father of modern China by both the communists and also the Kuomintang, who are now in Taiwan, died in Beijing in 1925, leaving behind a very unstable Chinese republic. Sun Yat-sen always wished to be buried in Nanjing, and in 1926 construction of this immense mausoleum began. The tomb itself lies on the mountain slope at the top of an enormous stone stairway, 323 metres long and 70 metres wide.
Temple near Fragment Hill in the western suburbs of Beijing. From 19th Dr. Sun Yat-sen died at the age of 59.
At the foot of this stairway is a gateway of white Fujian marble with a roof of blue glazed tile. Like the colours of the mausoleum itself, meant to symbolise the white sun on the blue background of the Kuomintang flag. The communists have countered this by plantings of red and yellow flowers on the staircase to match the colours of their flag. Like everyone else, the centipede is headed towards heaven too, but of course he's got 100 feet to help him on his way up and over that step. At the top of the stairway is the memorial ceremony chamber and a coffin chamber with a tablet inscribed with the 3 principles of the people, formulated by Dr. Sun himself. These are nationalism, democracy and the livelihood of the people. Inside the memorial chamber, the imposing statue of the seated Sun Yat-sen gazes at walls carved with the complete text of the principles for the establishment of the nation, a nationalist manifesto not supported by the communists. Unexpected in a rigidly communist state, but perhaps a measure of Dr. Sun's stature in the eyes of all the Chinese. No photography is allowed inside, but a peek through the door with the tele-lens gives us a quick look at his statue. In fact, it is not at all certain that Dr. Sun's body is actually still in the tomb. The story goes that it was secretly carted off to Taiwan by the Kuomintang and has been there ever since. It's a long trek down too. Another wonderful symbolic female Lan statue with Lan carved under parental control, firmly under her left foot. Back to the coach. Now, this is the Meiling Palace, a delightful presidential residence on the outskirts of Nanjing.
This is where Chiang Kai-shek lived in Nanjing.
Just look at that wonderful roof line and the wonderful outlook onto sycamore trees. Sycamore trees are the traditional tree around Nanjing. It is famous for them.
Chiang Kai-shek slept. This is his bedroom. And that's his wife, Madam Chiang Kai-shek. Beautiful building.
Now the Jiangsu Provincial Museum, one of the most famous in China.